Hey everybody, I'm Gary Palmer Jr., you're you, and together we are Minting Coins, your trusted source for crypto news, ICO reviews, and interviews. Thanks for sticking around. Hit that like button as it encourages us and it helps other people find this content. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments box below and let your voice be heard as part of the community. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin internationally, regulations internationally, changes in the world internationally, what this means for us, what this could mean for us, and how it's equal parts exciting and scary all at the same time. There's a lot to go over, so with that being said, let's take a quick peek at the market, look around the news, and let's discuss. So starting over here at livecoinwatch.com, we see that we're living in a world where the total market capitalization has dropped to $457 billion. The Bitcoin dominance hovering around 33%. And Bitcoin is down $9,100, market capitalization down to $154 billion. Typically what we notice is when the Bitcoin price goes down, alts go up. And later in the future, when the Bitcoin price rises, then the whole cryptocurrency market is going to be lifted together. And we see this breathing of the total market capitalizations, breathing of the industry as the fiat goes in and the fiat goes out. And at the end of every year, we tend to end up way higher than where we were the previous year. And so look at the data from the previous years, look at the data that we have in reference, and you can use that data to make smarter decisions. With the Bitcoin price falling, a lot of new people are looking at what's happening, and this is how they feel when they're checking the coin market cap or when they're checking the market capitalizations. They feel like their Lambo just hit a tree. Other people are cashing out early and then trying to buy their Lamborghinis. Well, they're not going to get the full picture if you just buy and hold in 1 year. This is about the long-term picture. This is about the revolutionary change that's coming to everyone across the planet. So don't just worry about 2018, really be thinking about the long game and where we're going to be in 2.5 years from now, where we're going to be in 4.5 years from now, because everything's going to change and life's going to get crazy. Here's a CNBC video for you. It's really interesting when CNBC is telling you to don't sell too soon and don't panic when the coin drops over 50%. It's great to see good advice coming out from CNBC, although that good advice isn't going to be consistent from what we've seen in the past. We have some really interesting and ominous news coming out of Venezuela, where they're going to be releasing the Petro ICO. And so what is the Petro ICO? It's the crypto asset of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. The Petro is the first state-issued cryptocurrency. This is the first one. This is it. It wasn't the crypto ruble. It's going to be the Petro. The PETRO-PTR is set to be backed by the wealth of the crude oil reserves of Venezuela. So it's really interesting to think that this is going to be a state-sponsored cryptocurrency. This is going to be backed by oil. And this is going to allow people across the world to buy and sell oil using this Petro cryptocurrency. You can check out more here by downloading and reading the white paper, which has been signed by the president of Venezuela himself. So over here at CNBC, we see that the pre-sale is set to begin on February 20th. Venezuela is going to be issuing 100 million of these tokens, again, each valued and backed by the equivalent of 1 barrel of Venezuela crude oil. So that's going to put a value on the entire Petro insurance at just over $6 billion. And what's most interesting to note is that this Petro coin, this Petro ICO, is going to be in direct competition to the petrodollar. And it's really interesting when that happens, because that's putting the petrodollars back against the wall, and there's going to be likely a response to this, and it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Well, we're seeing the beginnings of this already on the CNBC website, where it says that the United States earlier this month warned investors curious about the Petro ICO, saying that it may contravene sanctions. And this is because the Petro digital currency would appear to be an extension of credit to the Venezuelan government. And so this is going to really give a lot of people pause. And, normally we would be interested in looking into this for ourselves, but if this is going to be breaking United States international sanctions, then it's a scary situation for someone who's being governed by the laws of the United States. It's going to be really interesting to see people around the world purchase into this ICO to see how well this ICO does. And it's our prediction that this is going to cause a lot of controversy, and this is going to be a very popular ICO. And I guess we're going to find out when it launches on February 20th. What's more, we're seeing reports out of Coindesk.com also talking about the Petro, and that on January 22nd, 2 U.S. senators denounced Venezuela's plans of the cryptocurrency in an open letter to the U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin. And so the 2 senators wanted to know how the department would move to prevent the country from using the Petro to bypass U.S. sanctions, and to prevent the Petrol from being able to compete with the U.S. dollar, the U.S. petrodollar. And what we're seeing here is that the U.S. petrodollar now has competition coming from not just this Petrol-backed cryptocurrency from Venezuela, but it also has competition with the gold-backed yuan out of China. So there's a lot of competition starting to emerge going against the US dollar, the petrodollar, and it's also happening at a time when the petrodollar is at all-time highs, the USD, the stock market is at all-time highs, and there's a lot of concern coming from the bond market. There's a lot of concern around the United States government and the government shutdowns that are happening. And all across the world, we understand that bankers and regulators don't want to legitimize Bitcoin. They want to make sure Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is not being used for any illegal activities. But at the same time, a lot of countries around the world are allowing cryptocurrencies to enter their country. They're allowing the trading of cryptocurrencies because that crypto coming into their nation's borders to their citizens is going to be making those citizens wealthier. And it's going to allow more economic activity in those nations. It's going to allow those nations to create more revenues from their taxes of this economic activity of this new crypto industry that's springing up all around the world. So in India, where there's lots of talks of banning Bitcoin, they're not going to ban Bitcoin. South Korea, lots of talks of banning Bitcoin, they're not going to ban Bitcoin. So what do you think about this world acceptance of Bitcoin from all of these nations around the world? And what do you think about this regulation of cryptocurrency that we see in other aspects of the world, namely in the United States? Do you think the petrodollar is going to be, or not the petrodollar, but do you think the Venezuela state-backed cryptocurrency is going to be a highly successful ICO? Or do you think that there's going to be huge amounts of contention coming from the United States government, the United States military in retaliation or response for this Petrol ICO that they're going to be launching? Thank you for watching this content and learning about this information with me. Don't forget to tap that like button and subscribe. It encourages us so much and it helps other people find this content. Also, if you're interested in behind-the-scenes access, special rewards, and a direct connection with me and our crypto community, then become our patron at patreon.com/mintingcoins or via our website at mintingcoins.com/join. We look forward to connecting with you because together, we are minting coins.